Good morning, good afternoon. Again, we're going to be talking about converting to slope-intercept form or direct variation. If you have, just a reminder, if you have just a point and the slope, you can't actually just write an equation in slope-intercept form unless that point is the y-intercept. So I'm going to go back here a little bit, get out of here. So like here, you are given the y-intercept, so you can do some math and figure out and write an equation in slope-intercept form. Here you are not given the y-intercept, so you would have to write it in point-slope form of that one point and finding the slope. So let's go back here, converting. So sometimes we're going to have to put it into point slope form first and then convert it to slope intercept form. Slope intercept is that y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Y equals mx. Y equals mx is that direct variation. If there's parentheses, you need to distribute, always the first step. Get the y term on the left side of the equal sign. Y term, depending on what the equation is, the y term should be positive, and it should be by itself or isolated. But okay, get y term by itself, move all of the terms to the right side, keeping the x term first, and then isolate the y term if needed. So here we have parentheses, so we're going to distribute first. 1/2 times x, 1/2 x. 1/2 times -6 is a -3. Okay, get the y term is already over here on the left side, so we're just going to move this -3 and move it to this side or get it off of here. So we add 3 to get rid of it. So then just y is left. 1/2 x, and then here -3 plus 3 will equal 0, so it goes away. Y equals 1/2 x. We do not have to multiply by a common denominator because we are not looking for standard form. And here I have the slope of 1/2, and that slope is good in fraction form because I have a rise over a run. This would be direct variation. This would go through the origin. Okay, over here I have it in standard form of 3x minus 2y equals 7, and I need to get it into y equals mx plus b form. So I want to get y by itself, so I'm going to first move my 3x over here, or get the 3x off of this side. So 3x minus 3x, that will go away. And here, remember, you want to have the x term first. So I'm going to rewrite this as -3x plus 7. So the 3x can go here first, be written first. Remember, I can't add or subtract these two, 7 minus 3x, because they're not like terms. I have -2y left. Remember, whatever sign is in front of the term, that is the sign. It has to stay with it. So -2y this has to be a negative. It has to come down with it. And the -2, I'm going to divide out of it so that I isolate my y term, which is my last step here. Everything has to be divided by 2. -2, sorry. So y is left. This a negative divided by a negative becomes a positive. I'm going to leave my fraction or my slope as 3/2 because I don't want it to be a decimal, and I want it to be in improper form, simplest improper form. And then 7/2, I can change that to a mixed number. That's okay.